This is Jim.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
I'm okay. I just had a little question I wanted to ask you.
Okay.
Okay. I admit I haven't been following most of your shows the last couple of days, but something I was wondering, when you've been discussing the fallout of the torture reports, have you made any mention of how these torture programs have been continuing under the Obama administration?
I've made mention of the fact that CIA officials are still allowed to torture in areas that are not under control of the United States.
Do you honestly believe that?
Do I honestly believe that I said that, or do I honestly believe that what? That it's limited to those areas?
I'm having trouble hearing you. Your voice is kind of staticky.
I'm not sure what it is you're asking me. Do I believe? Are you asking me if I believe that if there's no torture that's continuing on U.S. soil or in black sites?
Yeah, I didn't understand what you. Like I said, I couldn't hear what you said clearly, but you do know that torture has been continuing on, on foreign territories in Guantanamo Bay, in Djibouti.
Well, I think on foreign territory, yes, I believe that is the case, that certainly the CIA is authorized to do it. I don't think it's been happening in Guantanamo Bay. I think to the extent that
it has been. Do you remember last October when prisoners on a hunger strike were being force-fed through nasal tubes?
Yeah.
Yeah, wouldn't you constitute that as torture?
I mean, I really like to go through sort of the internationally recognized. I mean, I don't think it's right, and I don't think we should be doing it. But I'm going through more about like how the UN, the Special Rapporteur for Torture, would define it. But yes, it's wrong in Guantanamo. The feedings, of course, wrong.
Yeah, of course, wrong. But you're willing to. Let me guess. You're willing to give it a little more leeway because it's happening under Obama than under a Republican president.
No. Bad guess.
No.
Right? Okay, so I want to ask you, are you willing to say that Barack Obama is wrong for allowing Americans to be tortured overseas, for allowing prisoners in Guantanamo Bay to be subjected to sleep deprivation, sensory deprivation, and other force feeding and other forms of physical and psychological torture? Are you willing to say that?
Yes.
Wow, you actually have some integrity.
Well, you should have probably listened to the show the past week. And I would go even further. I would say that by not prosecuting those involved in the torture programs, by promoting John Brennan, by promoting Jose Rodriguez, he mainstreams the idea that torture is okay in this country.
Exactly. And you know why he doesn't want to prosecute? Because he doesn't want the information getting out that it's been going just as badly under him.
I think that's part of it, maybe, but I actually think it is. I think that there is definitely. I think that may be part of it. I think part of it is that the authorization that he uses in the targeted assassination program with drones is the same memo that was used to justify torture, and that is, he cited that authority. I also think there's probably some type of dynamic with the CIA that we are not really privy to, that also inhibits it. I'm sure there's a myriad of other reasons too.
So how long are we going to keep putting up with this?
Well, I don't know what you mean by that. I mean, what is it that you want me to do?
Take a stand. Call out Obama.
I just told you I've been talking about this for days.
We've been also contemplating an Indiegogo campaign to stage a raid on Guantanamo Bay and release the prisoners personally.
The reality is that the reason why Guantanamo Bay is not closed at this juncture is because every attempt by the Obama administration to shut it down has been stopped in the Senate. Now, I guess it's conceivable if somebody has a theory out there on how from via executive action, Obama could close down Guantanamo, then I'm definitely open to it. But the reality is that it didn't make it out of committee in this last budget deal. So, I am willing to...
again, he could do it under executive action, but if he...
And where would he send them to? Where would he send them to?
He probably doesn't care.
Where would he send them to?
Guantanamo.
Where would he send them to? He closes Guantanamo. What does he do with the prisoners?
Send them to a federal prison.
Now, he can't send them to a federal prison. He doesn't have the ability to do that. He could send them to other countries, but the other countries won't take them.
Well, not only will the other countries not take them, a lot of these places are, this was the other major aspect of the torture program, was just dropping people off in sites where you knew they'd be tortured. So even if, as an example, Saudi took one of these people back or Jordan took one of these people back, which they won't, they would almost certainly be tortured.
He cannot. Congress controls the purse strings. He cannot send them to federal prison because Congress has forbade use of federal funds to have these people in federal prisons.
And yet they're okay. And yet they are okay using federal funds to subject them to unbelievable psychological trauma.
Yes. Apparently, yes.
I'm kind of in shock, Sam. This is one of the few cases where we actually are in agreement, for the most part, on a serious issue.
Okay, well, great. You should listen to the program, so that way you could ease into those things and not be so shocked about it.
To be honest, I still don't like you that much, and I don't want to give you any extra ad revenue.
Well, I appreciate that.
Obama is a war criminal.
Okay.
Just.
Sorry.
Yeah, did that, innit?
A few months ago, the Uruguayan president agreed to take 6 specific detainees from Guantanamo, accept them, and just a few days ago, they arrived. So, when there are countries willing to take certain individuals, we've sent them there.
Definitely.
We've sent them.
Definitely.
I think we sent a couple of Uyghur detainees, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, somewhere in the Caribbean, like to Bermuda or something like that. It has happened in a few instances.
All right, I got to move here.
But I still don't like you. I don't want you to have that ad revenue.